I've been threatened. Now I'm going to drive this message home. I'm going to take it to its conclusion. You need to read Romans chapter 1. You need to read the whole chapter. Write it down. Just listen to me. Just listen to me right now. Just write that down. Romans chapter 1. Did you know that you have an innate knowledge when you are born? Boy, this is what really upsets people. This is what these girls were confessing in separate interviews. They had an innate knowledge. Now let me tell you exactly what innate is, because I wanted to make certain I didn't get this wrong. You are born with an innate knowledge. Fasten your seatbelts, folks. You have an innate knowledge presented at birth, or developed without instruction, promoted by instinct and nothing taught to you. Let me read it again so it'll really sink in case you missed it. Innate knowledge means it's something that is given to you at birth. Whether you want it or not, brother, you got it. It's a gift you can't get rid of. And it came to you without any instruction. Standard equipment, brother. Just like a car dealer tells you. Prompted by no. And not taught. Here's the bottom line. I want you to focus on verse 20 in Romans chapter 1. You know what it says to you? Therefore, brother, you are without excuse. If you turn God down, you don't have anybody to blame but yourself. And as sure as God made little green apples and it rains in Indianapolis, there is a hell. God doesn't send you to hell. You choose to send yourself to hell because, hey, baby, LG, life is good. You don't have time for God. Jesus had, and I'm going to the conclusion of this message, Jesus had what we call an interesting explanation for his rejection that he got there in Lazarus. That people were just unresponsive. I see them in church. Unresponsive to the message. Look them straight in the eye. Eyes wide open, snoring. Unresponsive. This prompted Jesus to make the following statement. A preacher or a prophet in his own town, and is not accepted there. Not even in his own home. Let me add this to it. What Jesus was saying was, as a young boy, he grew up and he was a Tasmanian devil. He was into everything, that kid was. He aggravated more old people in that church. I mean, he was whining and crying and jumping over the pews and crawling in the floor. He was agitating and irritating. Finally, thank God, that boy's gone. He went away. God called him into the ministry, and unfortunately, he got called back to serve in his home church. When he came back, guess what? His ministry, there was no spiritual ministry. Because all the old people remembered Taz. A little squirt, snot-nosed young'un. That couldn't get past. There was no spiritual maturity in the church. It killed his ministry. And he had to leave and go on to another church. All they had to do that day was believe and turn the power of Jesus Christ loose. Let me give it to you in a nutshell as I close. Roman centurion. Nobody likes a Roman, especially a Roman centurion. But this Roman centurion knew something about Christ. And he had a servant that was paralyzed, and he went to Jesus, and he could feel the pressure. Are you with me? Roman centurion. You know when you're in the wrong place at the right time. And he said, Lord, I don't want to bring, I'm giving you a modern day version. Lord, I don't want to bring you any embarrassment. I know I'm a Roman. And I've got a servant of mine, I love a man to death. He's paralyzed. Lord, if you would just say the word, you won't have to come to my place.
You just say that.
Salvation today is yours for the asking. But you got to examine your life and find out whether it is really LG. You know, when you wake up, you're going to be in one of two places. And they're real. Now listen to this. The woman had an issue of blood. What's she supposed to do? She's unclean. She's just like a leper. The man with leprosy. She has got to go down the street doing what? Unclean. Unclean. So it gives you a chance to run from it. Cover her head. Unclean. Let me tell you, there comes a time when you knock on the door, it will be open. Seek, you will find. Let me tell you, you think that woman pushing her way through that crowd? Unclean, unclean. No, she wasn't shouting that. The one thing she had in her head was, this is God. And I can do, if I can get to Him, I'll be in the presence of deity. I don't have to shout unclean. He already knows I'm unclean. Heck with the rest of these people. All I got to do is touch the garment, and life will be good. Do you remember what the disciples said? What are you talking about, Jesus? Whoa, who touched me? Whoa, who touched me? Hey, Lord, look around you. The crowd presses around you. Everybody's rubbing up against you. What part of this do you not understand? Who touched me? You have that power to reach out and touch Jesus. I felt what? Virtue. Huh? I felt virtue leave me. What did he say to that woman? Smile from ear to ear. Your faith made you whole. The blind man screaming like a wild man. He heard the voice of Jesus. He can't see. But he's heard. He had a little bit of Sunday school training. Like these girls, baby, he didn't have any. I don't know. But he cried out. You know, you gotta make some kind of an effort to reach Jesus Christ. He's waiting for you. You know what Jesus did? Lord, I can't see you, but I can hear you. Lord, don't pass me by. Don't pass me by. Please help me. You know what the blind man heard? Do you believe that I can do this? What would be your answer? I don't care how educated needed, you are just say the word. And the blind man, his sight was restored. Every head bowed and every eye closed. Jesus in Matthew the 11th chapter said it so clearly. And blessed is he whosoever shall not be offended in me. Father God, this morning there are those of us here, all of us have problems. Lord, none of us can escape it. And Father, you are the solution and you are the answer to everything. Father, whatever the need is here this morning, by grace through faith, altar call, rededicate, whatever, Lord, our need is, we now extend that invitation. In Christ's name, amen.
Page 307.